musicmoose.org. And in this lesson we're going to introduce the use of the capo on the guitar. And people often ask, what is the purpose of the capo? Why do you use it? What does it do? I can hear that it's changing the key. What is all that about? So, well, as you can see, I've got my capo here on the 2nd fret. And basically what that has done is moved my tuning up a whole step. So when I played G down here without the capo, it was G. Now if I take the G shape still, and if we pretend that the capo, just like the nut up here, the ivory nut at the very top of the guitar, we'll pretend now that that is the nut. Okay? So basically if you counted up 3 frets and played your G shaped chord, it looks like a G, but it's really not a G. Now it's an A chord because we've just moved up a whole step. G, A flat, A. So, why do we do this? Well, some people, folk singers, songwriters, they like to capo up to find the register that their voice is comfortable with. And a lot of people do that just because they're not comfortable singing in G or a certain key. So you'll find people will capo up and play different chord inversions to match their voice. Another good reason why we do this, especially in the bluegrass realm, is you have fiddle players, you have a lot of old traditional fiddle tunes that have, through the years, you know, we're talking hundreds of years here even, that have been played in A and in D. And so for guitar players, we found that it works really well if you capo up to A, say, and we play your 1-4-5 progression again, 1-4-5. That would become A, D, and E. And like I mentioned, this looks like G, C, and D, but it's all moved up a whole step. So now it's A, D, and E. And I know this can be a little confusing at times, but it's just another thing you got to memorize, get used to. And I'll give you an example here. Just a quick run through of an A, D, A, E progression. We're sticking with this 1-4-1-5 that we like so well. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, basically about the same as playing it out of G. We've just moved up a whole step, and actually the further down you go with the capo, you'll find the frets become a little closer together, and sometimes it even makes the chord shapes a little easier to play, you'll find. And so basically once you move up a whole step, your scales and positions, we mentioned this earlier, they with stringed instruments, it's a little easier to remember because your patterns kind of stay the same. So right here out of an A, I've got this A major scale with in the first position G shape, but it's A. So major scale. Just like before, but now with the capo. And the C position, but it's a D. See, I did it myself. And the E chord. So there you have it. I think it's probably starting to make a little more sense to you now. And yes, we'll move up. We'll move up another whole step. We'll take it up to the B. And now, 99.9% of the time, you're never going to be able to put a capo on without having to retune, because the capo, when it clamps down, ever so slightly, it might pull the strings a little one way or another. So it changes the pitch of them individually a little bit. So that's where your good old tuner is going to come in handy. So you can always try to stay in tune. When you get together with your friends, it's always good to be in tune together. Okay, so I'm going to slide this from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret, and that will make my G shape is actually a B chord now. We went all the way up to B. So if I played this same G, C, and D shape, now it's B, E, and F sharp. Moved up 2 whole steps from G. So there you have it. A pretty good explanation on the use of the capo, why it is used, and how to apply your chord shapes. Thanks a lot, friends, for coming by, and we're going to start getting into some picking exercises here in the next few lessons. musicmoose.org